Hey there. Let me just readjust everything because that's supposed to be the setup for, hang on, how I watch movies on Twitch. Not that one, this one. There we go. Alright, so let's see, while we're here, let me just get the chat up. And where are we? Yeah, so I think I read the 7th tablet of the Epic of Gilgamesh last night, and yeah, it's the character Enkidu. He hasn't died yet, but he is dying, and it's like a very slow, sad death, unfortunately. And it's kind of like, and I think that's good for the story, because it's like, okay, this explains why, like, his death is so horrible that it traumatizes Gilgamesh into wanting to find out immortality. What else? Let's see. And interestingly, like in his grief at his own impending death, Enkidu, he curses the harlot who, basically took his virginity at the beginning of the story and brought him to civilization and introduced him to Gilgamesh. And she's like, if it weren't for you, I wouldn't be dying right now. That's how he sees it. Then the god, one of the gods, Shamash, rebukes him and says, like, hey, if it wasn't, don't do that to her. If it wasn't for her, you wouldn't have a life that would have been worth living anyway, which I do think there is something to that. Like, ignoring the fact that, him being an animal is supposed to be symbolic of nomadic people. In the literal sense of the story, yes, I don't think his life would have necessarily been worth living as an animal as opposed to being a human. Yeah, at least that's the way I see it. And I think, like, Enkidu also agrees with that assessment, and so he takes it back, and then he blesses her. He blesses Shamhat. Shamhat being the harlot of Shamash. Yeah, and it's a very devastating part of the story. It very much is an influence on one of my favorite anime, which is Gurren Lagann. So spoilers for Gurren Lagann. The awesomest character, and he's a character who's so awesome that some people mistakenly think he is the main character initially for a while, and then until he dies at a certain point. And that's always like, it's an incredible moment. It's a necessary moment, and and I think that's kind of like what Enkidu is in a way. Wait, where's the chat? Other things I caught up on this week. I totally forgot yesterday to talk about Pluribus, because Pluribus, it was a show where I kept putting off seeing the final episode of the first season, and because it's not an enjoyable show to watch. Like, I can't stop watching it because it's good, but it presents a world that I just don't want to live in. So it's very like I feel a lot of dread when I watch Pluribus. Now, I liked the way that it ended. It was very interesting. I still think that there needs to be more flashbacks of Carol and her partner. I think her name's Helen, because we've got that nice little flashback of them like on a holiday somewhere icy, and that's nice, but it seems that there are implications that it wasn't always great, and I would like to see more of the not so happy moments. I'd like to see more I'd like, and honestly, at this point, I kind of wish that she hadn't been killed off. I just kind of wish that she had been, just part of the hive mind, and just like having Carol grieve with that. But if they couldn't do that, then just have it so that if she, instead of having her being held hostage, if she had to be killed off for the sake of the story, then show us more flashbacks of their relationship, especially because, some people complain about the show being boring, and I'm like, well, yeah, and I can kind of see that argument. I personally don't think it's that slow at all, personally, but, one of my favorite anime is Technolize, and I'm going to bring up anime again in a little bit regarding Pluribus and people, but yeah, I don't think it was that slow paced at all. I feel like if it was slow, it was. I think that's what made me feel. It's what makes me feel a lot of dread while watching it. While I'm watching Pluribus, but yeah. Anyways, very very happy with the series. I would give it a 9 out of 10, based on season 1, and that's my coffee machine turning itself off. I still can't get past the whole, the lack of flashbacks to how things used to be between Carol and Helen. I just, that's my one complaint. I hate it when stories kill off a main character's partner, really early on in the story, before we really get to know them, and not letting us get to know that character through flashbacks, to show us, that's just what I personally want, anyways. And I do wish that sometimes, I wish that these people who come up with these stories could think about that, okay, how can we, continue the character's story through past tense? Please do that. But yeah, so a complaint that I found very perplexing from a lot of Pluribus fans, though, was the fact that it was announced that Pluribus had been renewed for a second season, but that we would be waiting approximately 3 years for that next season. And people are really mad about it, and I was kind of but from my perspective, I was like, oh, good, it's been renewed for a second season. That's good news. And everyone's just like, oh no, we have to wait so long for it. I'm just like, 3 years is a long time to you guys, really? And I was thinking, you guys are crazy. Why would you think 3 years is a long time to wait for a season? And of course, a lot of these people who are around my age, they're used to television coming out. You get a new season once a year, and it's 25 episodes. And some of my age group misses that. I personally don't give a fuck about how television used to be, because from my perspective, a lot of my favorite shows kept getting cancelled back in the day. Anything good got cancelled. Anything that I was interested in got cancelled. So I'm just always relieved when something good isn't cancelled and will be continued. Plus, I don't need a new season to come out straight away, because I got other shit to watch. So I don't know. People need to calm themselves. But I guess the other reason why, to me, waiting 3 years for an entire season of a good show, a continuation of a good show, isn't a big deal is because I watch indie animation on YouTube where I wait months for the next episode. I wait months for the next episode of a glitch show, or I've been waiting many years in between whatever Matthew Gafford's making, a Fox and Space show, and he's also going to make another thing called The Violence after that. And that's right. Another one of my favorite web series is Soria, and that's on hiatus at the moment. And in fact, I'm not even sure if it will get finished because it's a highly ambitious project being pretty much made by only one person. And the guy's made 3 very excellent episodes, but he said he just got burnt out and he does want to finish it, but that he just really wants to focus on the documentaries that he makes, because he does dinosaur documentaries. And Soria is not a dinosaur documentary at all. It's a high fantasy dinosaur-themed story with a lot of moving parts. And yeah, it's great, and I'm happy to wait for it, especially considering he's just one person making it. But another one is, like, when it comes to, like, for a very long time, I just kept watching anime. I haven't been watching as much anime in the last couple of years. I've been getting more into live action shows during the last couple of years, but for a long time, I primarily watched anime, and in some cases, I've waited over 10 years for another season to a series. Like, I think I waited 20 years. That can't be right, no, 20 years. Let's see, 2000... When did Panty and Stocking with Garter Belt come out? That's like 28. Okay, so yeah, I waited over 10 years for the second season of Panty and Stocking with Garter Belt. And I don't know, and to me, like, it's very much open for, like, another season, because it's got another cracked ending. Not as cracked as the third season, thankfully, but yeah, it's definitely, like, you know, saying, like, let's have a third season. I don't know when that's going to come out. I hope it comes out soon, but, you know, at least sooner than last time. What else? Yeah, I've waited a really long time for, like, the follow-up film of Madoka Magica. That's been over 10 years since Madoka Magica Rebellion, you know, so, and there is supposed to be, you know, a film that will give it a definitive ending, as opposed to the, depending on who you ask, dreadful ending of Madoka Magica Rebellion. I thought it worked personally, but I understand why some people might prefer the television ending as opposed to the movie ending, but I did like what the film was doing. What else? Oh yeah, just waiting in between chapters for chapters of the Berserk manga, and there's just so much stuff where it's just like, I just gotta wait for it, and so I'm just used to waiting. And to me, 3 years is nothing compared to how much waiting I've had to do for other shit, and it's so much better than finding out that your favorite thing has been cancelled. It's so much better. It's just, to me, it's a relief, like, oh good, it's coming. I can go do something else while they sort that out. That's fine. I'm fine with that. Like, my favorite TV show is The Dark Crystal: Age of Resistance, and that got cancelled after one season, right after it won an Emmy, of course. So yeah, that's just where I'm coming from, but, like, I understand, like, I've been conditioned a certain way when it comes to waiting for stuff to come out. Like, it's, I'm very patient when it comes to my favorite TV shows. Other people are just kind of used to it being on tap, and I'm just not, especially because I'm very picky about what I watch. Like, for me personally, Pluribus has convinced me that, okay, I need to go watch Breaking Bad. I know I've seen the first season of Breaking Bad because my friend in Japan was like, let's watch this together, it's awesome. I watched it, I thought it was really good. I didn't finish it, but I should finish it. I know I should finish it, but I've always had, like, some hesitancy about going back to it because, like, I've seen video essays about it. I do know how it more or less ends, and I'm just worried, like, what if it doesn't live up to the hype? What if... Because the other thing is, back when I was a teenager, I was really into the Underbelly TV shows, which is a whole, like... It's basically about drug crime in Australia. It's all based on true stories, and yeah, it's an okay IP. But yeah, I think I just got burnt out on that at one point because there's a lot of Underbelly series, and I never saw the one where it takes place like not during modern day, but takes place like during like the early days of I guess Australia as it is now being established, except all the drug kingpins in that story are women, and that is also based on a true story. So I've always thought I should have gone back to that one. If I was to go back and watch an Underbelly series, it would be that one, just because it sounds different. But yeah, but I think maybe the quality of Underbelly probably wouldn't be as good as the quality of Breaking Bad. Plus, I specifically would like to go and watch Breaking Bad because people swear by Better Call Saul being better than Breaking Bad, and I would like to watch Breaking Bad for that sort of comparison. So, yeah. But yeah, there's other TV shows that I need to watch as well. I haven't seen The Sopranos. I haven't seen. I really want to see a TV show called Oz. I want to see Black Sails. What else do I want to watch? Yeah, there's a whole bunch of crap I need to watch. So, let's see what I... No, don't worry about it. Yeah, and there's like crap I need to read. You know, there's so many books I need to read. There's so many comics I've got that I need to read. So much manga I've got to read. You know, there's always like stuff to do. So I just don't understand. To me, it's not acceptable the reaction people have had about, you know, the 3-year wait for Pluribus. You know, and people, and like, yeah, sure, you can say like, oh yeah, it's that's like this, yeah, that it's because of how streaming does things these days. Like that's, yeah, and you can like criticize streaming for changing things, like, but I don't, and like, but like I feel like complaining as a consumer that you're not getting the TV show that you want immediately, to me is very selfish. If you're complaining about, you know, complaining on behalf of the creators, if they themselves express that they wanted to get the ball rolling sooner but weren't able to, then I would understand that. But I just don't understand the whole, I want it now. You know, that to me is just, to me that's unrelatable. I just don't find that relatable. Like, 3 years is ample. Yeah, that's ample. That to me is perfectly fine. If it went beyond 5 years, I could probably see how that would be an issue. But I'm perfectly fine waiting for stuff. I really am. Anyways, I don't think anyone's here yet, but that's okay. I'll read for about an hour, and if no one's here by then, I might just stop around the 1 hour mark, maybe. Alright, did I read this part? I'm not sure. But not too far into the present. Not too far into the present. How can you be far into the present? Right around this moment, with Carcat and the toilet, during a conversation we have already read, which ended like this. Oh boy, you need to get with the program, Carcat. Have you talked to AA? AA what? Apocalypse Arisen, sorry. No, of course not. Or TA, or AJ, or AG, I guess. Or CA. Really, there's like this whole conspiracy about this, as I'm finding out. Well, why don't you just tell me so I don't have to talk to any of those double-talking assholes? I can't. I gotta step out of the tree for a moment. When I come back, I will enter the game. See ya. So this is, I do recognize this conversation. Psst. Hey, brave leader. Oh my god, why are you talking to me? Can I join your team? Yes, I'm glad you asked, because there is a wide open open slot for the most vile, backstabbing sociopath who ever lived. You really helped me out of a jam by stepping forward. A vile, backstabbing sociopath? Carcat, did you copy and paste that phrase directly from your personal ad describing what you are looking for in a lady? That's great. More cagey, cutesy bullshit, like I'm not up to my lobe stem, okay, with that already having to deal with Terezi. You both must have been insufferable when you were a team. Your opponents probably all tried to commit suicide after a few minutes of putting up with your fangy grinned drivel. That's probably how it all went down when the shit hit the thresher. That's not a bad guess, but man, Carcat, you sure are giving me a hard time. I don't see how we're supposed to be becoming friends if you recoil from my olive branch like I'm twitching a mummified bovine phallus in your direction. Woof. Becoming friends? What the fuck? We will never be friends, moron. Not even hate friends? No, more like twitchy-eyed, projectile vomiting in utter disgust friends, while I perforate my bone bulge with a culling fork. Woof. Yes, I'll take it. Get lost. Anyway, I was just joking about wanting to be on your team. I'm already on blue team. Oh, really? Wait, let me count out 8 of these things. Hold on. There, I am now an enormous tool forever. Yes, Aradia and I have an arrangement. We will be co-leaders. But really I will be the leader. Heh. Shh, don't tell anyone. What do you think, Carcat? Can you take on 2 dangerous ladies at once? Yawn. Come on, aren't you a little nervous that I will oppose you? You should be. No, you're just a run-of-the-mill little psycho girl, a troll Sega a dozen, okay? I will be taking apart the blue team with brutal efficiency, you'll see. You never played one of your dumb games with me, so you never had the privilege of seeing what I can do. Enjoy the show, sweetheart. Just don't even think about using your mind control tricks on my players. Remember your truce. Psh! Those days are far behind me. Anyway, I can't control just anybody. They've got to be impressionable, like you. You can't control me. Sure I can. I just choose not to. Yeah, okay. I just choose not to. Sorry, I said that wrong. Yeah, okay. I find your mind totally unpalatable to browse. Looking into your brain is like pawning through a smelly dumpster full of broken glass and razor blades and poop. Whatever, don't even try it. I've got the better scourge sister. I've got the better scourge sister on my team, and if you break your truce, you'll have to answer to her. The funny thing is, she was always way better than you, even without any powers. Yeah, that's right, I know your whole story. You were always jealous she could manipulate people so well without resorting to cheap tricks. Haha, I can tell this burns you, and I can even pour through your dumpster. Chalk it up to another infuriating victory for gutter blood over aristocracy. Aristocurse, yeah. Oh, what's that? Nothing to say? Wow, speechless, I guess. You're probably crying right now. That would make my fucking day. Hey, look at me being the one to talk shit at warp speed, then log off before you can even reply. Bye, idiot. Oh, back so soon? Let's see, so he began trolling, ceased trolling, began trolling. Oh, back so soon? Did your thumb slip on the button? I guess you can't get enough of me. You made me do that, and you know it. Hang on. So you made me do that, and you know it. You ain't got nothing on me, and you can't prove shit. Anyway, Carcat, I just wanted to say, heart shape. Gotcha. Cease trolling. Carcat, be the other asshole. Be the other asshole. Oh yeah, who are these guys? What's this? Who's this? Who's this fella? You are now the other... Oh God. You decide that we could probably stand to delay this guy's introduction a little longer. Why don't we see what someone else is up to? Anyone, hurry. Oh look, it's a baby Cthulhu. You switch to a vague teaser of the final unseen troll in the nick of time. It's like, okay, what is this, the Little Mermaid or something? Who's this little character? Aradia, go home. Oh, right, okay. So she's like in she's off in her own little universe. You head back to your hive to get the blue team session started. It's been a while. Okay. You revisit the remains of your quaint rural hive. Your lawn ring and the small excavation sites you dug up for practice are all overgrown with vegetation. You haven't been here since the night of the accident. On that night, you found your calling. The voices of the dead grew louder, urging you to return to the ruins you'd discovered not long before. You left so abruptly you didn't even have time to bury your Lucis. But that's fine, because trolls don't typically bury their dead. Leaving bodies to be consumed by wild animals is more customary. Interesting. Aradia begins session. I have actually met people who want their bodies to be consumed by wild animals. But no one's ever going to abide by that. It is actually a good idea to bury your dead. It prevents diseases. Just saying. So she's like staring into the void or something. You have an arrangement to begin the session as co-leader with one of the Blue Bloods. The Blue Bloods, huh? You understand this player intends to make a power grab and take sole possession of the leadership role. Such subterfuge is typical of their caste. But you're perfectly okay with this. It's one of the many things you're okay with. You allow your co-player to take the lead and enter the medium first. You understand that the leadership role is essentially meaningless, aside from offering the distinction of being the first player to enter. You also understand that entering the game second was always your intention. By the way, there's a YouTube video called... it came out before the HOMESTUCK pilot. I think it came out a few years before the HOMESTUCK pilot. But there's this video that's sort of called... I think it's called How HOMESTUCK Got Caste Systems Right and Hell of a Boss Didn't. I think that's what the video is called. And now that I'm like really deep into this particular storyline of, I wouldn't say I'm deep yet because we haven't, but now that the caste system is becoming more of a thing in Homestuck that I'm now becoming familiar with, I'm like, okay, I should probably go back and check. I don't know. At some point, I will check out that video to see, just to see like what points it makes, because I'd be very curious about that. I wouldn't say that Hell of a Boss, from where I've watched up to, has a bad caste system necessarily, but to me it was more of a, I think it was more like to do with like, this is like a high class person and this is like a low class person. That it was more to do with, but at the same time, I guess, like, what's the difference between a caste system and a class system? Maybe it is a caste system because there is sort of a racial component in Hell of a Boss where it's like, okay, that's an Ars Goetia and that's an imp. So I'll have to, something to think about. Okay, connect to server player. Let's see. You have a server player connected to you, someone personally selected for the role. The device required for entry are developed. The kernel sprite awaits prototyping, but unlike all 11 other players, your dead Lucis is not available. Yeah, you have to use something else. Okay, tier 1 prototype. Swing into tomorrow. Prototyping with the frog head before entering the medium would prove to be critical for later success. Just another of many assurances whispered by the dead. You've long since stopped questioning them or doubting the future significance of even spontaneous acts of frivolous desecration. Compelling your nonplussed server player to perform this task might have proven difficult. Luckily, your telekinesis, an ability greatly magnified through your calling, would be sufficient to move the mass object, whereas the game cursor likely would not. Your server player simply watched in mystification. It's like she's thinking. Frog ghost. Frog sprite. She really just had no idea what the hell was going on. Enter. Oh, this is a cool image. You enter the medium, taking your place in the land of quartz and melody as the Maid of Time. The Maid of Time! Meanwhile, your client player has been exploring another world. The Blue Blood has a present for you. The present cannot be duplicated via alchemy at this stage of the game. It would cost too much grist, a detail which this player had not been aware of. The player would have to progress to the second gate of their own world, arrive through the gate above your hive and deliver it in person. Facilitating this delivery was one of the reasons why it was important for you to enter second. Okay. Cat girl. Frog ghost. Your server player's confusion is only in part due to learning the ropes of a new game. There is a more significant reason for her befuddlement. While she followed your advice and went through the simple motions of game setup, at no point were you visible on her monitor. She saw your damaged hive, she saw the alchemiter and other devices she deployed. She saw the strange computing device on the floor bearing the visage of a species she didn't recognize. She even saw a great big stone frog head fly through the air all by itself and become the frog sprite. Though she would ask why and you would always delay the answer, the fact remained. She couldn't see you. Tier 2 prototype. What happened? Swoo. I want to see that again. Swoo. She couldn't see you up until the moment after the sprite's second prototyping, because you were dead all along. What? Whoa. Oh, that's awesome. This reminds me of the frog girl from My Hero Academia. Excuse me. We are all completely blown away by the stunning revelation. Wow, dead? Really? Like a ghost? Huh? Interrogate frog girl. Yes. Napita. Aradia, I can see you. That is you, right? Yes. Why are you floating? Why are you the floating frog all of a sudden? I am dead. My spirit merged with the frog sprite. Wow, dead. Really? Like a ghost. Huh. Well, I hope this doesn't make me sound dumb, but I am completely blown away by that stunning revelation. You don't sound dumb. Woo. How did you die? I ignored the advice of a friend and made some bad choices. AC rumples up her nose in perplexment at AA's really vague and spooky answer. But actually, that's good because I kind of think I don't want to know. It's making me sad to think about. Okay. Napita, can you please keep this a secret? Yes, I promise I won't tell anyone about it. And by permis, I mean promise, just so you know I'm serious. Thank you, Ribbit. Whoops. So, there's an anime that one of my favorite anime is Serial Experiments Lane. It's a very complicated series to understand, and every time I've watched it, I've come away with very different interpretations every time I watch it, and I think I'm due to rewatch it at some stage just to see what I think about it now. But initially, Serial Experiments Lane, what happens at the beginning is that there's this girl called Lane, and she doesn't really know anything. She's not really doing social media. She's not on the internet really. And a girl at her school, ends her life, and everyone's really upset about it, understandably. But then, I guess you could say that girl's presence is still online, and so she's like contacting everyone at her school and has conversations with the main character Lane, because her digital self still exists. And initially, you're watching it thinking, is this a ghost that you're talking to? And in a way that is the case, but not really. It's kind of exploring a new form of immortality. And it's exploring all this other stuff. It's a very philosophical anime, and if you want to watch something that's a bit if you want to watch an anime that makes you think, you should watch Serial Experiments Lane. Sometimes it's recommended to people as like when you watch Neon Genesis Evangelion, and then you get to the ending of that, and then it makes you have a big mind expansion. It's kind of like that, but Serial Experiments Lane is, unlike Neon Genesis Evangelion, Serial Experiments Lane is serious from the beginning, and then it becomes more and more serious, whereas Neon Genesis Evangelion, to me, starts off as a kid's show with some that just sort of has these little tone shifts every now and then that become more exasperated by the end. I think Serial Experiments Lane is better, personally, but yeah. Where are we? Be the huge bitch. What the... Oh my god. Yesterday, DNO was saying that, oh no, it's not a red flag to like this character. And I understand that it's never a red flag to say, I like this character or I like this story. I agree with that. But I understand what people mean by this character being a red flag. In the story, they're a red flag. So the fact that the story is saying, this is a huge bitch. Yeah. Anyways, blah, blah. Enter name. Your name is Vriska Circuit. Yes, I recognize that name. Yes, I feel like this is the most famous Homestuck character. I think, yeah. In fact, now that I'm just remembering now, the girl I knew who got me into Steven Universe and was trying to sell me on Homestuck, I do remember her saying that she loves this character. So, yeah. You are a master of extreme role-playing. You can't get enough of it. Or really any game of high stakes and chance. You have persisted with the habit even in spite of your accident. But then again, you don't have much choice. Your Lucis is very hungry all the time. She can only be appeased by the flesh of young trolls. You cloud campaigns for teams of floppers, utilizing your abilities for orchestrating the demise of the impressionable. Your victories supply you with treasure, experience points, and spider food. Okay. You are something of an apocalypse buff, which is something you can be on Alternia. You are fascinated by end-of-the-world scenarios and enjoy constructing doomsday devices for the hell of it. You are drawn to means of dark prognostication and the advantages they offer, particularly in gaming scenarios. Your abilities in this department were hobbled with the loss of your vision eightfold. And you have since sought alternatives through various black oracles. You consult with these ominous globes, but routinely destroy them in frustration over the puzzling, guaranteed inaccuracy of their predictions. Breaking them has developed into a habit bordering on fetishistic, and with each you destroy, you add to an insurmountable stockpile of terrible luck. You have to stop, but addiction is a powerful thing. Your troll tag is Arachnid's Grip. Arachnid's Grip, I can say that, thank God. And your statements tend to be just a little bit over-dramatic. What will you do? Vriska, check out cool drawing on wall. Yeah, see, this is the image I see of her all the time from people. But yeah, she does look kind of cool. I love she's got blue lipstick and blue eyelash paint. And it goes well with the little bits of blue that she's wearing. And of course contrasts really well with her yellow organic bits. Yeah. Yeah, see, this is the image that has been spread to me the most. You drew your own role-playing character for fun. It's just a self-portrait. What are you talking about? As many floppers are prone to. She is the best character, and you wish you were her. Oh wait, you are her. Your wish has been granted, probably as a special boon for being so great at everything. Her name is Marquise Spinneret Mindfang, scourge of land dwellers and sea dwellers alike, and worst nightmare to silly boy skylarks everywhere. She has accumulated more treasure and gained more levels than any member of the Petticoat Seagrift class ever. She gained all the levels. All of them. Yeah! Proceed to computer. Did she step on something? Something sharp? D4D. You have a lot to do. So many irons in the fire. Ow! Lousy dice. You just can't ever seem to go anywhere in your hive without stepping on an errant D4. Pointy little bastards. It's just your bad luck, you guess. You've had such terrible luck ever since your accident, and it just keeps getting worse. As far as you're concerned, the world can't end soon enough. Okay, here she is. She's got her spider computer. She's got her D&D dice all over the place. She's got 8 balls. Yeah. As you were saying, so many irons in the fire, such a tangled web. It is a web full of flaming irons and mixed metaphors. Tonight is a big night. You have a lot of meddling to catch up on tonight. Bugging and fussing and meddling. Take dice. You equip your enchanted dice set, the fabled fluorite octet. It consists of D8 plundered from a ghost ship during a particularly challenging campaign. In ancient times, such weapons were employed by roving bands of gambling imps, deadly marauders with passion for chance. They all died off though, took too many crazy risks. Rolling the dice will execute a wide range of highly unpredictable attacks. Very high rolls can be devastating to even the most powerful opponents. Of course, with the luck you've had lately, you couldn't make a good roll to save your life. Got to do something about this awful luck. Got to catch a break. When you get worked up about stuff, you put 8s in places that don't really make a lot of sense phonetically. Begin meddling. Who are we chatting to? Time to get this show on the road. There are so many people. Wait, what the? Did she just jump? Boink. So she's like, yeah, okay. So she jumped forward for some reason. Time to get this show on the road. There are so many people to meddle with tonight. After you ditch an unwelcome solicitor thirst, that is. Doesn't she realize how rude it is to meddle? Yeah, you can't meddle, I meddle. You'll fuss with her meddling later. Huh? What's happening? What's appearing here? Alright, let's find out. What now? Oh, him. You thought he'd washed his hands of you. Strange timing that he's bugging you tonight after so long without a peep from him. Deal with this guy. AG. Oh my god, why are you talking to me? Wait, hang on. Oh my god, I could barely see the lettering for a second there. Hello. Who's saying hello though? Oh my god, why are you talking to me? Wait, hang on. Yeah, okay. So AG is Vriska. Okay. Hello. Oh my god, why are you talking to me? This is the last time we'll ever talk. Still sticking with the white text, I see. So smooth and stylish. I forgot how much I loved highlighting it to read all the boring things you have to say. It's like a fun game for super extra handicapped people. Like opening a present. Find out what your obnoxious thing the mystery tool typed. What is it? Hang on, let me just see if I can... Yeah, okay, that's better. A parting courtesy, I suppose. All the ways I've exploited you were meant to bring about the events that will take place this evening. Knowing this will provide context for the events in your near future and will affect how you behave in response. These events will be just as important as those preceding it. I've gone to great lengths, you see. You didn't exploit me. You are just a petty douche with a bad temper who likes to play games, and all I did was humor you. I did exploit you very thoroughly. It was easy. So full of yourself. Have I ever lost a game? Don't change the subject. What subject are you referring to? I'm going to log off in a big huff, and you have to promise not to use that nasty trick where you log me back on out of petty douchey spite. And then we can go back to never talking, because man, that was heaven when it was like that. Alright, let me see this. Okay. There's no need for that kind of assurance. I'll be brief. I no longer hold you accountable for any wrongdoing. In fact, I've given your transgression very little thought since the incident. If you acknowledge this amnesty and regard it as sincere, you may begin to find the odds falling in your favor again. This may be essential if you are to succeed on your journey. Slow down, man. I am just wearing out so many pens taking all these important notes. Fuck you for ruining all my good note-taking pens and giving me this terrible cramp in my good note-taking hand. Incredible, the risks you take with your scorn. But of course, it was your unpleasant, simplistic temperament that made you so easy to control. Vicious and predictable, like an insect. If you turn a swarm of wasps on a crowd, the outcome is certain. So when I'm reading this, because I've been playing Baldur's Gate 3 a lot lately, I'm imagining Raphael saying the white text. That's just where my brain is going. It takes no skilled strategist to understand this. You were in fact a waste of my talents, a primitive expedient. Expedient, sorry. Blah. What a snob. You're worse than my meddling meddle friend. I wonder why they waste their time, why they waste their camaraderie on you. I'll never understand it. I thought you said you would be brief. I'll say one last thing. Though the magnitude of the ensuing destruction resulting directly from your actions will be neither possible or necessary for you to fathom, there nevertheless ought to be a silver lining. The only question is whether you will live long enough to see it. I'm not a gambling man, but if I was, I wouldn't bet on it. Goodbye. Bye, asshole. Alright. I might just save it here for now, and we'll pick this up again next week. I'll have it all scheduled, of course. Actually, let me just go to the next page so I can take a screenshot for that next stream. Alright, yeah, we're very curious about this character. I am looking forward to getting to know her at some stage. But yeah, otherwise, yeah, take care of yourselves, and yeah, I'll see you all next week. Bye now.